man is a single father who is offended that none of the other parents will let their daughters come to his house for a sleepover with his daughter.
So
This single dad is upset. Why is he upset? He wanted to plan a sleepover for his daughter and the friends, right? So he told one of the friends, the daughter's friend's mom, that kindly tell the other parents that I want to do a sleepover with your daughter. So bring your daughter over to my house. I am a single dad, and the mother does not stay with me. I stay alone. So bring all your daughters because my daughter wants all her friends to come and do sleepover. Immediately, the woman said, "No, I can't. I'm not comfortable bringing my children or my daughter to your place for sleepover." And I'm very sure that other parents are not going to agree with that. And now it's coming to the internet to be like, "Oh, this is not good." Like, he feels really bad about the whole thing. Would you bring your daughter to a sleepover to a single dad's house? Let me know. Let's watch this video then. I would like to know your thought down in the comment section.
like last year, I was trying to throw my daughter like a slumber party, and once again, no woman lives in the household. It's just me and my daughter, and like I communicated with one of the mothers, like just to see if she can get the ball rolling because she know a bunch of more mothers and whatnot. And then I asked, do she feel comfortable having? And as I was talking, she straight up interrupted me. No, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. And like I said, because I'm a man, and she was honest, and I respect her honesty. She was like, yes. And I'm like, that really made me that really did make me feel some type of way. So I expressed my, not even frustration. I was really sad. And I expressed that with other women. And they was like, well, Mark Anthony, you got to see where she coming from, and blah, 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 this and that and whatnot. And like, and I do understand like where women coming from, but it just hurt my feelings to know that me, just as a man, I get labeled as that. And like I would never do nothing like that to like I would never do nothing like that to kids, because like when I was growing up, like it was a situation. Like I try to make jokes about it and whatnot, and like long story short, it happened to me, but by a woman. And I just remember that feeling as I got older, and when I was younger, I would never do that to a child. And just know that like I could even throw my daughter like a slumber party is because like they think I'ma do what somebody did to me, which was a woman, by the way. And like that shit made me damn near like cry for real, bro, because I'm just trying to like have my daughter, but as it's that shit just made me really feel some type of way.
Some people are saying that there is nothing wrong with what he's trying to do. He's trying to create memories for his daughter. That why are people always trying to make things so deep or try to get things so deep? Would you take your daughter to a single dad's house just because to for sleepover? Oh? You don't even know him. That you guys have not met. Because it's not even coming to you directly. It's coming to one of the parents that talks to all the old parents to tell them. So how would you even like, can you take your daughter for a sleepover? My own is sleepover is very deep. Even some family members or from family house, you can't take your child for sleepovers. So why would you want to take your child for a sleepover to a single dad's house? And he's going to be the only one there with the daughters. I have a reaction on this video. Let's watch this video together. But let's know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always.
This man is a single father who is offended that none of the other parents will let their daughters come to his house for a sleepover with his daughter. And at first, I was like, I get it. You're upset because you can't give your daughter those experiences that a lot of other little girls get because you're a man. I get it. I was low-key, like, on his side a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't let my daughter go to no man's house for a sleepover, but, like, I understood. And then I went to his page to see, like, the other videos of him explaining, and I'm seeing other people's think pieces. Sir, I completely understand why no one will let their kids go to your house for a sleepover. You being a man aside. It has a page, Twitter account, or OF or something that has, explicit content. And then the responses that he's making to women who are making these think pieces, explaining why women will not let their kids come to a sleepover. And he's calling women all types of bitches out their name, just being rude, disrespectful. Like, my thing is, you would get a lot more understanding if you would calm the down. And you keep talking about that you were on by a woman and it can happen by a woman. We know that. And it's a thing that you need to understand. People are not letting their kids go to sleepovers anywhere, man or woman. You coming up on here to call every woman that makes a response a bitch or, talking about their looks and degrading them. I mean, that's not helping your cause at all. That's low-key kind of proving our point. Like, why would I let my kids go anywhere with you, let alone to be alone at your house overnight? Yeah, absolutely not.
To the man that came to the internet upset because he was told that it would be weird for him to host a sleepover for his preteen daughter. Joke's on you. My child will not be sleeping over at anyone's house at any age under the age of 18. Yeah, we don't do sleepovers in this house. And we only have a few select family members that she will be allowed to sleep over at, but we're not doing sleepovers in this house. I don't care. I'll be that parent. Do you know how many retired law enforcement and detectives have come on to the internet and said how dangerous it is to let your children sleep over at anyone's house, even family members? And when kids get abused, it's usually the people closest to you. It's usually family members. It's usually family friends. And I don't know who's all over there. I don't know how old their oldest brother is. I don't know if they have an uncle over there. I don't know if they got a cousin over there. I don't know what's going on. And it doesn't have to be male, female. I'm not going to put a gender on it. It doesn't matter these days. Everybody's doing these things. You got female teachers doing these things. So yeah, we don't do sleepovers in this house. It'll be a hell no. And if it's like a party with a sleepover, I will pick my daughter up at like midnight if I have to, before I ever let her sleep over. Because yeah, you can go look at how many cases, there's thousands of cases where children have been assaulted or attempted or abused at sleepovers. I mean, not too long ago, we literally saw a case about I don't know what he was. I think he was a teacher or something, but the husband giving the girls smoothies and putting GHB in the smoothies.
I remember.
And the girl called her parents and was like, I feel weird. Yeah. Thank God the parents took it serious and went and picked her ass up. And then he got found out for trying to put GHB in the kids' smoothies. Yeah, we won't be doing some sleepovers in this house. It's a no. Hell no. Sorry, my that's just not gonna happen. So, joke's on you. It's not necessarily about gender. It's not about anything. It's just sleepovers to me are dangerous. I don't think it's necessary for you to have a great childhood to have sleepovers. So that's my take on it.
The single dad who is upset that he cannot host a sleepover is very valid. Because what y'all are not realizing is single dad, which means mother is not around, not gonna be around. And it's clear that he's just trying to be able to give his daughter the same experiences that she would be able to have with, a two-parent household or with having a single mom type shit. Because having a single mom, she'd be able to have sleepover. She'd be able to host a sleepover type shit. It's just damn, I feel like the realization for him that as a single dad, he's not going to be able to do things and provide the things that he wants to provide for his daughter because he's a single dad, that shit sucks. And that's not fair. I don't think that it's weird. A lot of y'all are trying to act like he's being weird and this and that and everything. No, I just think that he's upset because he can't give his daughter the experiences he wants to give because he's a single dad. I understand the whole aspect of sleepovers and why, a lot of y'all don't want to just let your kids be sleeping over at houses and this, that, and everything and the third. My parents were the fucking way, and I always thought that was damn, y'all are trying to keep me away from my friends. No, they're trying to protect me, make sure I'm straight, make sure I'm right.
Did y'all see that video where that single dad was he wanted to throw his daughter a slumber party, but none of the other parents were comfortable with it, and it made him sad? Tell me why he is getting dragged for that. It makes no sense. People look for any reason to be mad at people. Literally in the video, he was like, yeah, I understand where they're coming from, but it just makes me sad. It hurts. And people are completely trying to dissect this man's life. Here's the thing, okay, if he was making the video oh yeah, what's wrong with them? How could they do that? Blah, 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 blah. I would understand the uproar. People are oh, you're making it all about you. You're not thinking about them, da, da, da. Mind you, it's his account. It's his TikTok account. If it makes him sad, I feel like he has the right to say, hey, this makes me sad as a parent. He can't do that for his daughter, and basically he ended up mentioning that he himself, when he was growing up, he was by a woman or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't necessarily articulated the best in context. But basically, to me at least, it sounded like his point was he was even more sad because of the element that he couldn't do this thing that he wanted to do for his daughter because they were afraid of happening to like their daughters, what happened to him growing up. Like, you know, there's kind of like an irony there. And like, I could see how people like don't really care about that, but to like go out of your way to like bash this man when like, it's not like he was trying to force the sleepover to happen. He was just like, man, it made me sad. Like, it's crazy that nobody can say anything on here. Things I noticed a long time ago that people could not say anything on here, especially when it's like at all gender related, like remotely close to gender related. Some people trying to pounce on it and make it worse. Like, say I got into a relationship with someone and then like broke up a few months from now, right? I could make a video and be like, oh, you know, I broke up with, you know, this person I was dating. I'm sad about it. It was super amicable. I wish them the best, you know, like we're still on good terms, but you know, it sucks. We broke up. And there would be women in the comments being like, oh my gosh, you're a loss. Oh my, she's going to be doing so much better now. Da, 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 da. Oh, you're a loser anyway, blah, 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 blah. Like, just looking for things like that. And I'm sure it definitely happens with the genders reversed too. Like, I'm just giving an example. Everything just has to be a fight nowadays. Okay, now I feel like some people might be like, oh, but Bryce, you and your stitching video. Look, I feel like personally, I never stitch a video to argue unless there is something genuinely problematic there. I'm not going to take like a regular cordial post, or particularly when people are saying they're sad over something. I'm not going to do that unless they literally like did something egregious that they're not acknowledged. Like, for instance, if someone's like, oh man, like I was walking my partner like a dog, but then they left and I'm so sad about it. Like, that's something, because, you know, you're actually like putting negativity out. But if someone's just like, oh man, you know, lost a baddie or lost this person I was dating, I'm not going to like get in there and then make up a story as to like why they're horrible, you know? But like, I don't know, we're just in a really weird place on this.
Last year, I was trying to throw my daughter like a slumber party, and once again, no woman lives in the household. It's just me and my daughter. And like, I communicated with one of the mothers, like just to see if she can get the ball rolling, because she know a bunch of more mothers and whatnot. And then I asked, do she feel comfortable having, and as I was talking, she straight up interrupted me. No, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Now, I saw a lot of people having this conversation over the last like couple of days or so. And today's the first time I'm seeing the actual video. And I'm going to try to approach this from like a more calm angle, because I'm hoping that when I say this, you receive it well, because of what I see what you're doing on your pages. You're more so just upset that people are making videos or pulling your card, essentially, because one lady pulled up something that is public record that shows that you were charged with either like it was basically like an abuse situation that you were charged with, and then he makes a video saying like, oh, it was dropped and it was because she was a white woman and the cop was white. That's deflection, rather than acknowledging, maybe what if those parents looked you up and saw that? Like, that is automatically going to prevent them from sending their kids over there. So rather than saying, you know what, y'all, I understand what y'all are saying, you choosing to go into defense mode when people are trying to show you why this is inappropriate. Okay, so let's talk about why this is inappropriate. Like you said, you are a single man, you live in a house by yourself, and you don't know these parents. You don't know these parents. You're going through another parent to see if she can go to other moms and dads and say, hey, I know you don't know him, but our kids know him. So do you mind sending your kids over to spend the night at this unknown man's house, regardless if they're friends with their kids? Because a lot of times these are the situations that children are. You said it yourself that you were abused. You want to point out the fact that it was by a woman. But statistics show most are men. Are there female? Yes. Are there female perpetrators? Yes. 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 But a majority, most of them are men. Are men. That is a fact. That is a fact. And the fact that you just want to glaze over facts is what is also alarming. It's valid to feel like, damn, like I wouldn't do that, but to not recognize the facts of the situation and why so many women would not allow that. Why most men wouldn't allow that. Instead of trying to find another way around the situation, instead of trying to find a way to give your daughter that, you could do not necessarily a sleepover, but like a little party thing for your daughter, right? Invite the parents. That could have been your opportunity. Like, you know what? I understand that. I want to give y'all an opportunity to get to know me. You could do like a semi sleepover situation, right? They come over in their pajamas and they do like the movie, the popcorn, the food. They could do like a little spa situation and have the parents come with them. Yeah. And while the kids are doing their things, that could have been your opportunity to get to know the parents. Because regardless of who the parent is, male or female, guess what? My mama not sending me to nobody's house that she don't know. The same way, if someone that I don't know, who's never engaged with me, I have no idea about them, and they're like, hey, can your daughter come sleep in my house? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because why would you be asking an unknown adult if their child can come sleep at your house and they don't even know you? Where's the trust? As adults, as an adult, I need to have a level of trust with you, male or female. And you didn't even create that with the parents before asking them it feels pervy. I ain't even gonna lie. It feels pervy.
Yeah.
And then once again, you're just on the internet being defensive rather than trying to understand what people are saying. It's inappropriate. I don't care. As a man, as a single parent, and it's not even like you're like, hey, I understand that's weird. You could have been like, hey, I'm going to have my mom there, my sister there, hell, even her mama. You like, hey, yeah, I'm a single dad. We don't live together. However, that night, I want everyone to feel comfortable. Her mom will be there that night, and have the mom coordinated. Have your ex-wife coordinated. Have your ex-wife coordinated. I don't know what y'all situation is, but you could have brought a female in, because here's the thing, right? You're going to invite a whole bunch of little girls to your house. What if something happens? I mean, when I say something happens, one of the kids have an accident. I don't know how old your daughter is, right? But what if there is something that happens where you have to now step in, and maybe the child, like, you have to change them, or there's an accident, something that requires the child to be either nude, or you have to assist them with getting dressed or something. Do you want a grown man that you don't know having to dress your child?
No.
Huh?
You won't.
No, you wouldn't want that. You would not want that. So why do you want other young kids, little girls, a bunch of little girls to come to your house? There was a story. There was a situation like this that happened. These group of girls, well, not like this. I'm just giving you an example of what happened. This young girl, she had a sleepover. Her dad made all the friends milkshakes or smoothies or something of that nature. One of the girls was, I think, allergic or lactose intolerant or whatever, so she didn't drink hers. He roofied all the drinks. He roofied the little girls. And during the night, he was coming down there to check them to see if they were sleeping. And the one who didn't drink it, she was faking sleep. And then when he went back upstairs, she called her parents. Of course, she called her parents so that she could get picked up. And I'm not saying that that's you. I'm just saying that is the reality. That is the reality of what happens to a lot of kids at sleepovers. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with their kids going to sleepovers at all. At all. And the facts are the facts. Men commit most of the offenses when it comes to children. That is a fact. Do women do it? Yes. But statistics show, and the fact that you are just keep going into defend mode rather than trying to learn. Like I said, there were other ways around it for you to try and still give your daughter the experience, right? Because once it's time to go to sleep, it's time to go to sleep. Y'all could have did it till real late. You know what I'm saying? You and the parents could have been over there having a game night, talking, chatting, and the kids could have been playing, doing stuff. And then at a certain time, all right, guys, it's bedtime, party done, party done. Everybody go home. That shows the other parents that you're there to make sure that the kids have a good time. And I'm not saying even after that they still gonna allow it, because I still wouldn't. I'm being honest. But your first introduction to these parents shouldn't be, can your daughter sleep at my house? I'm a single father. Ain't no woman in here. It's giving creepy.
For me, I feel like we should even, look at any mother that decides to bring their daughter to that sleepover with a side eye. We should question that mother, because I don't think a sane parent would do that. Even a single dad of his own kind would not do that. It's not because he's a bad person. It's not because he's going to try something. No. It's because precaution. Right? And when it comes to sleepover, nowadays people don't even do sleepovers anymore. You see mothers coming online to say these are the list of the things I don't do as a parent. We do not do sleepovers. People take sleepovers very serious these days. It's not like before that you can just take your child to a family friend house or to a family house and your child or your children will just have a sleepover and have a nice time. No, you only take them to trusted family. In fact, even the trusted one, parents are not canceling that sleepover. Not to talk of you that they don't even know, and you're a single dad, you're staying alone. So you're planning a sleepover for your daughter and the friends, and you're going to be alone with them in the house. And you think it's going to sit well with the parent that you're inviting the daughters. You should even question whoever brings their daughter to the house. You should even come online to say, this is where you shouldn't do something like this because men are dangerous. And this is not just men, or because they said that something like that happened to him when he was young, and it happened, or a woman did something like that to him. But most of the time, it is the men. It is the men. They always plan these things, and it is going to be foolish of you as a mom or as a parent to take your child for a sleepover to a parent's house that you do not know. You guys have not even sat to have conversation before. You just drop your child over just because they're having sleepover nights with their friends. I don't know, is it just me, but it doesn't make sense for him to even come online to say, oh, he feels bad about it, or why would common sense will tell you not. You as a single dad, can you do that? If you're going to do that, then it's wrong, because I know that single dads that with daughters, the way they protect their daughters so much, they don't even want to hear you'll see them there at that sleepover. They will sleep over with the daughter there just to protect their daughters. So I don't understand why you're making it look like, oh, women are just trying to be very protective, or why do they always jump to conclusion it is not all men that want to, have anything to do with your daughters. In my own head, it is all men. And most women think it is all men. So we already see that it is all men. So we are going to have that thought like, immediately. You should not even think about it. There are other ways to do it. Just like Frankie said in the last video, there are other ways to do it. You can actually bring your baby mama, your mom, your sister, or even bring the parents along with, or do a semi sleepover so that your daughter can have that experience of sleepovers in your house. Or make it like it should not be only you left alone with the children. Number one, is actually very risky. You need help with kids around. You need help, right? So you staying alone with a lot of kids that you don't even know anything about. You don't even know if they have illness. You don't even know anything. So you just stay alone with them, and you think that the parents will agree or will have rest of mind to leave their child to sleep over. Anything, in fact, even in classrooms, anything happen. Not to talk of when they're coming to your house to sleep over. A lot of, when it comes to abuse and all of that, comes from sleepovers, friends. Oh, I'm going to my friend's house. You see best friend come and talk about how they were essayed by their friend's dad over and over and over again. Over and over again, because they actually thought that there's nothing wrong. Like, oh, my friend's dad, he likes me and all of that. They don't even know what's going on because they were so young. So all these things happen, sleepover or going to visit friend, going to visit family friend. This happens to close people that you trust so much. So even as much as you want to do sleepover with your daughter and other or her friends, you should involve the parent. At least even talk to them one-on-one, not sending one of the parents to go talk to all of them. And I just it sounds, to me, it sounds stupid. I just feel like any woman that decides to bring their child, or any parent that decides to bring their child for that sleepover, is foolish, because you should not even trust anybody just like that to take your child for sleepover like that. Am I the one taking it too deep, or is not that deep? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Maria David, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.